Do you feel proud of yourself for debating college kids who are unprepared to speak in front of an audience like yourself? Hold on. You're 30 years old. We can agree you're 30 years old, right? Do you think that's a little bit silly?
Are you a voter?
I am a voter. I'm a registered
so
voter.
I vote and you vote. So I'm talking to voters of this country that will determine the future of Western civilization. That's what I'm doing here today. Yeah? Wait, hold on. How is it any different than a professor talking to you?
Than a professor talking to you? Who are you?
Well, important enough for you to come up to a microphone.
You create a company that's like close to being a fascist, and then like.
Okay. Well, how am I?
Sorry.
Let's go through this. How am I a fascist?
Dude, like you.
Can you name one thing I believe that's fascist?
You believe that like. Oh, shit.
Don't boo. Let him think.
But
I'm such a bad fascist. I let the people who disagree in open mic to talk to me for 2 hours uninterrupted.
Okay.
I'm an awful fascist. I'm more like a free speech liberal of the 1970s, not a fascist.
But I just want to say Turning Point USA is a evil company that was funded by thousands of fracking companies, and
No, it's not thousands, but we do have some frackers that give us money. But
and then all it is making the rich more rich.
Fascism to fracking.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
Okay, again, I'm happy to have a debate. I can see you're getting kind of fired up.
I'm sorry.
So, but why are we evil? Like we're having a nice discussion.
Because
all of a sudden you're calling me like a
because
fascist.
it seems like you just want the rich get even more rich. Like
we haven't talked about the rich at all. I mean, so you don't even know my positions on this stuff.
The I know it all attitude. The I know it all attitude. Fresh out of classroom arrogance. Arrogance, ladies and gentlemen. Arrogance. It's as if they learned something 3 days ago and suddenly they think they know how the world works. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Ladies and gentlemen, the first sign of true intelligence is knowing when to stop talking. Is knowing when to stop talking.
Under no circumstance ever should a man ever let a woman pay for a date, or you should split ever. No circumstance.
Even on the third, fourth, fifth.
What if it's the first date and you're just not into
for anything?
Okay, well, let me.
Period.
Well, let me. Okay, so
what kind of world are we living in?
Well, hold on a second. I agree with you. If I'm dating a girl, I would pay for everything.
Everything.
Yeah, everything. However, I could see for other people that might be in a different financial position, you know, you pay for 10 dates and then she's like, you know what, I want to treat you.
Well, that's
that's
totally different. No. What we're talking about is like, oh, we're gonna alternate. Like, well, what's your serious? And she wants to take you out to something for a nice dinner. And you might, by the way, if you have the intent to marry, you're already like kind of blending finances. Like, I get that psychologically, but like if you're like, oh, we'll take turns. Like, oh, well, you know, you pay this time, I pay this time.
What's your advice to a girl who the guy she's currently seeing, he says that?
Oh, do not marry that man.
But here's the thing. I feel like they should always
break up.
offer.
Great.
But they should offer. They should pull out the credit card.
The woman? Of course not.
Just to offer.
No.
It's a nice gesture.
No. By the way, no. This is feminism. Feminism is that you have to be this like self-independent. This is not a nice gesture. It's you trying to be like egalitarian. No. You as women should want to be provided for. In fact, you should have an expectation that you as a woman are so important and so critical and so necessary and beautiful that it shouldn't even be a question.
Do you view democracy as an American value, as something that's very important to the fabric of this country?
No. Where is democracy in the U.S. Constitution?
Oh, okay. So
No, hold on. Where is the word democracy?
I don't think the word democracy is in the Constitution.
So where is the word democracy in any of the founding fathers?
A lot of the founding fathers had extremely elitist viewpoints around who should...
No, hold on. I just want to... You said the word democracy, so I want to get back to our roots.
Yes.
Where is democracy mentioned? In the Federalist Papers, the Constitution, or the Declaration?
I think it's good that this country has moved away from things that were explicitly believed by the founding
fathers. In the Federalist
fathers.
Papers, and it's mentioned negatively as a problem. So you ask me, is democracy a fundamental American value? I say no.
Okay.
Because I go back to our roots. And Hamilton, Madison, and Jay...
Oh, I know that Hamilton was anti-democracy.
Hold on,
these
let me
people
finish.
thought that people should be owned as property.
I want to be clear. I am pro-representative government,
okay,
but I'm not pro-democracy. That's a big difference, and that distinction's important. but you asked very specifically about democracy, which is
Okay.
not an American value. It never has been and never should be, because what is democracy? Democracy is majority rule no matter what. That there's no provisions of checks and balances, no inalienable rights, no separation of powers, pure if the majority gets it, the majority wants it as quickly as possible.
I don't advocate pure democracy. I do understand that we live in a
Cool.
representative, like we live
Got
in a
it. So
republic, and
believe
I
in
understand these things.
You're a stochastic terrorist.
What is that?
You're targeting a minority group. You're targeting trans people
Got it.
specifically.
What is a woman?
What is it? That's a stupid ass question, dude. That's a dumb ass question.
What is a woman, college student?
What is a woman? Oh, you're talking to a college student instead of like, I don't know, someone who has media training?
They can't answer what a woman is. It's not a trick question. What is a woman?
Someone who identifies as a woman.
What is that thing? You can't answer the question with the question. It's like saying, what is the sun? The sun is something that looks like the sun. What is a woman?
It's a social identifies as a woman.
No, you can't answer the question with, yeah, define the woman without saying woman. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Yes, ma'am. How are you?
Good, how are you?
What's your name?
Dakota.
Nice to meet you, Dakota. How old are you?
I'm 11.
Amazing. Give it up for Dakota being here today.
So, I'm pro-life, I'm a fiscal conservative, and I know I want to get into politics when I grow up. I don't want to get into massive debt for a political science degree. What concrete steps can I take now in order to achieve the goal of doing my part to make America great again?
Oh, great. You should go to Hillsdale College, America's greatest college, and start studying now. Start taking classes, reading books. You have to be in charge of your own education, and the fact you're thinking like this at 11 is a great sign. God bless you, and the future is very bright. Thank you. Do you want a hat? What's your name?
None of your business, unfortunately, but
Okay, hello, nice to meet you. None of your business.
thank you. I appreciate it. So, do you love America?
Yes, I do.
I hate America. Every state in the USA should be an independent country. What do you think of this?
Well, I just first have to ask, since you hate the country, do you plan to leave?
What do you mean by that?
Do you plan to go live in another country?
No, I do not.
Let me tell you something.
Your face is an idiot.
America is the only country where even those who hate it refuse to leave. That's how you know you live in a great country.
Always remember that when the debate is over, insults are the only weapon left for the loser. Insults. They can defend themselves through arguments or conversations, so they resort to insults. It's crazy. College doesn't teach common sense. As many would think that it does, it doesn't. It doesn't even teach respect. And it also doesn't guarantee intelligence. It doesn't. You know, I like the quote from Mark Twain where he said, "I never let my schooling interfere with my education." I never let my schooling interfere with my education. You see? And those things are different. They are different. That's the message that this generation needs to hear before it's too late. That's the message. Self-improvement. Investing in your own personality. Reading books, like Charlie always said and advocated for. Read books. Study. See? Yeah. Be a student of life. Always study. And watch your life change right before your eyes. Because this student, no one just wakes up and all of a sudden he thinks this way. No. And I think the parents, they are also to blame because they stopped teaching respect to their students. And now we are seeing the results. A generation so arrogant, clueless college kids would think they know it all. What kind of a generation? What kind of a generation? Because when you look at them, it's honestly sad. It is sad. These students acting like they've figured out the whole world and can't even stand a different opinion. It's terrible. And you can even imagine who is going to hire these people or work with them after graduation. Because this kind of attitude, it's a big turn off. It's a huge red flag. It is a huge red flag, ladies and gentlemen. It is. It is. College was supposed to prepare young adults for real life, for the real life. That is what college was supposed to do. But what is happening instead is becoming a factory for entitlement and outrage. So terrible. It's so terrible, ladies and gentlemen. Today's education system, you can say it's scary. I always say this: if a student manages to graduate and finish whether high school or college without becoming woke, that's a huge achievement. That is a huge achievement, because it's no longer easy now to go through all the years, 3 years, 4 years, whatever are you, 5 years, whatever, the course, how long the course is. It's no longer easy to go through all that and not become woke. It's not easy. And for it to even gotten to a point where Charlie would advocate that colleges is scum, it tells a lot. It really tells a lot. And whenever usually people, when you say those things and represents those ideas, for some, it's usually considered an act of rebellion. Free speech against the very institutions, that claim to teach it. Ladies and gentlemen, these videos, they are a paint picture that there are things that are impossible to ignore. The youth are lost. They are. Education is broken, and the system that was supposed to shape the next generation is churning out. It's churning out.